I told my boyfriend that if he grabbed the steering wheel while I was driving again, I'd leave him on the side of the road, and he tried to call my bluff. A few days ago, my boyfriend was invited to a house party hosted by his work wife, and when I asked him if he could bring me as his +1, he said no. According to him, because I don't like to drink, I would ruin everyone's mood and become known as the vibe killer in his work circle. So him not letting me go was actually doing me a favor. Well, I got a call from him about 6 hours later. He was completely hammered and begging me to come pick him up. It was 3 a.m. and his call had just woken me up, so I groggily asked him where his money, that I gave him, for the taxi went. Well, it turns out that Tina, his work wife, was hungry, so they went out to a nearby pizza place and he bought her food. He didn't just buy her food either. He bought her an extra large pizza, 3 sides, dessert, and drink. I was absolutely baffled, but decided that him getting home safely was more important. And so I hopped in the car and made the 45-minute drive over to Tina's place. I finally got there and called my boyfriend, but he didn't answer. It took 7 phone calls for him to respond, and when he got in my car, he said he was sorry, but Tina needed help finding a necklace she had lost. I told him whatever and just started driving. But as soon as I did, he started screaming at me. "That party was so lit. Tina is so funny, you should have seen her impression of you." He then started laughing, and in his fit of laughter, grabbed the steering wheel for the first time. I was sleepy and annoyed and not in the mood, so I quickly jerked him off and pulled over. I straight up told him that I am not in the mood for this crap right now, and that if he tries to grab the steering wheel again, I will dump him on the side of the road and he can walk back to Tina's house. He just laughed at me saying, "Tina said all you do is talk. That's why your mouth is so big, haha. You won't do that, you love me too much." I ended up starting the car again, but I wasn't even 2 minutes into driving until he grabbed the steering wheel. This time though, he didn't just grab it. He grabbed it and swerved it. The car ended up skidding right, crashing into a curb and heading into a huge bush. I panicked and started screaming, and only when the car was in the bush did my boyfriend let go of the wheel. He was laughing his butt off, mocking me. "Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Ooh, see, this is why you're no fun." Thankfully, the car was okay besides a few scratches on the hood, and I managed to reverse out of the bush. I told him to get out because I was driving home alone, and he just looked at me like I was joking, but I wasn't. I told him in full seriousness that either he gets out or our relationship is over. He proceeded to blame me for not getting the joke, and told me he was not getting out of this car unless I made him. I didn't know what to do, so I decided to bait him into getting out of the car by telling him I could feel a flat tire. I asked him kindly to get a spare tire from my trunk so I could change it, and I persuaded him by offering a BJ if he got out and got it for me. Well, as soon as he got out of the car, I pressed on the brakes and drove off. I made it home 30 minutes later and I just cried for the rest of the night. My boyfriend actually showed up at the front door 8 hours later, damp and covered in mud. He said he didn't remember anything that happened, and asked me why my car was so scratched up. I'm not sure if I should forgive him. The rest of the story where things get heated is on my channel and linked below.